Lake Ontario is so toxic, women in Toronto are trying to date it.
Vancouver is known for being very, very rainy. It's an incredibly rainy town, high precipitation rates, all that water, and Jeewan still couldn't get a woman wet.
Vancouver will roast Toronto.
All right, what's up, Toronto? Time to roast your weird-ass city. All right. You guys do have a weird city. When I first came here, I saw that you have a children's hospital downtown. We have a children's hospital back home. It's called the BC Children's Hospital, which I used to think was a pretty straightforward name. Then I saw yours. What do you guys call your children's hospital? Sick Kids. What kind of a fucked up name? It's Sick Kids for a children's hospital. It's like they were making it and somebody was like, hey man, what are we putting in this building? Mostly sick kids, I think. Perfect, put on the side of the building, let's go home. Right next to the old Fox Senior Care Center and the junkie rehab clinic. Man, lots of jokes about drugs. Yeah, we do like our drugs in Vancouver. But you can tell the difference of the drug cultures in the two cities, Vancouver and Toronto, through the homeless population, because our drug of choice in Vancouver is heroin. And you can tell when they're homeless because they just sleep. It's like a deep heroin sleep, too. It's fucking, like, you'll be walking around Vancouver, the only thing you hear is snoring and white women saying namaste. But the drug of choice in Toronto is clearly crack because your homeless are active, man. They are out there. They got stories. I've never seen change asked for so aggressively in my life before. You guys love crack in Toronto. You guys love crack so much you elected a crackhead for a mayor. Yeah. Rob Ford. You guys had the mayor of Toronto smoking crack. And here's the thing, it's not that he smoked crack, it's that he bought his own crack. Like, he couldn't send a guy? Yeah, I saw the video, he's hanging out the dude's house. He's like, dude, if I was his dealer, I'd be like, what are you doing here? Get out of here. Go fix Eglinton. You guys love crack so much you built a giant crack pipe in the middle of your city. The CN Tower. The CN Tower is in Toronto. The CN Tower is true, so true fact. It gets struck by lightning 75 times a year. 75 times a year it gets struck by lightning. But they have protections. There's a copper wiring in the antenna, so it absorbs the electricity. So there is something in Toronto that can defend against the lightning. Let's talk about your real hero, though. Pee Pee Poo Poo Man. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, there was a guy who went around Toronto with his own feces and urine in a bucket. And he went to a bunch of libraries and threw it at people. He had 3 libraries. There was the U of T library, the Scarborough library, and the York library. And when I heard that, I was like, wow, I did not know people in Scarborough used libraries. No. He threw his own shit at people. I saw the videos online. It was disgusting. The only place online with more disgusting videos is Sarah Ashby's OnlyFans page. Man, Toronto likes to brag that it has culture. What culture? What is Toronto culture? Is it Blog TO posting this every conceivable angle of the CN Tower every fucking day? Is that what it is? CN Tower from here, CN Tower from here, CN Tower during the day, CN Tower at night. Oh. Or is it that every restaurant here plays 90s hip-hop on blast for no fucking reason? I'm eating Thai food. Why am I listening to Biggie? And there's a Toronto accent, apparently. What the hell is that? Yo, dog. Yo, the man them rolling to Yuck Yucks for a comedy thing. Yo, bear comedy at the Yuck Yucks, fam. I know one of you motherfuckers said that tonight on the way here. Yeah, right there, right? That fucking guy. Yo, your man them sell you out bear quick, son. So dumb. So our Toronto accent's so stupid, people in Quebec go, man, that sounds really dumb. In Toronto, we literally have balling up rules. If the spliff is Aita, don't even pass it. That girl clearly dropped her on her head off the CN Tower as a baby. You guys have a lake here. Lake Ontario is next to Toronto. Lake Ontario is poison, man. It has E. coli, elevated levels of bacteria, cross-contamination with sewage. Lake Ontario is so toxic, women in Toronto are trying to date it. And they're making excuses too. Oh, don't worry about Lake Ontario, he's a Scorpio. Just like, Lake Ontario is so gross, Rob Ford used to use it for bong water. Obviously, we know Vancouver has all the nature, right? Natural beauty, all in Vancouver is beautiful. You guys in Toronto, people in Toronto like to say, we have nature here too. We have nature here. What nature? Is it the 6 trees in High Park that bloom for 2 weeks out of the year? Oh, let's go to High Park to look at the cherry blossoms. Let's go to High Park to see the cherry blossoms. I'd rather see gardening done by Bruce MacArthur. I don't give a fuck. You know who else didn't give a fuck? The Toronto Police Department. Yes, the police in Toronto care about minorities as much as the city of Toronto cares about the Argonauts, okay? You guys have Cactus Club downtown? They had a scandal. Did you hear about this? Where they didn't let brown or black people in? If there was too many black people or brown people inside the restaurant, the manager would tell security and be like, hey, it's getting really dark in here. And they would stop letting in brown or black people. When the city heard about when everyone heard about this policy, they called it racist. Except the Toronto police, they just called it a policy. Man, you guys have racist cops and a bunch of gun violence. You guys want to be American so fucking bad. It's so sad. And it was never more obvious and more sad than when Kawhi Leonard left you and you pined after him like a desperate ex. Like, please stay, please stay. Oh, you can eat for free, please stay. You can eat for free. Here's a free condo, please stay. Ugh, it was disgusting. Just accept what you are, Toronto, a side chick, okay? I got another thing to say. This is something that's bothering me. If it's -6 outside, but it feels like -16, it's -16. What the fuck is a wind chill? You're like, it feels like -16. Yeah, that's what temperature is. I can't do that with anything else. I can't be like, oh, babe, my dick is 4 inches, but it feels like 8. Don't. I know you guys are probably expecting a TTC joke, but it's not coming. So there will be shuttle buses upstairs. And I apologize for any inconvenience. You guys do have to deal with a lot of public health concerns here. There was the SARS pandemic, the COVID pandemic, that new strain of herpes on King West. They're calling it the Ruby Soho strain. All right, I got one more for you guys. So, Toronto. Hold on one second. I just have to walk in a circle. Oh, sorry. Let me just do that one more time. Oh, I know you guys are confused. That's because you're a Leafs fan. You've never seen anybody make a second round before.
Big round of applause for Sarah Ashby.
Oh my God, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Keep it going for Jeewan, everybody. Jeewan. Yeah. AKA Lurch if the Addams family needed to make a diversity hire. Jeewan is from Vancouver, formerly known as Gastown. And if you're wondering, it was named after the Hastings Mills property manager, Gassy Jack, not after the fact that it smells like shit. Or looks like shit. If it smells or it looks like shit, it must be Vancouver. All right. Looking up fun facts about Vancouver was pretty hard because there's nothing fun about Vancouver. One fact is that they have a weird wind turbine that has a view, and the other is that you can't afford housing there. If I just wanted to hear somebody brag about being poor and tall, I'd go to Jeewan's Tinder profile. Vancouver's name is just as unoriginal as the white women's names who live there. I say that because there's a Mount Vancouver between Alaska and the Yukon, a Vancouver city in the States, and a Vancouver mountain in New Zealand. Vancouver's just the Ashleys from Recess. Except instead of like Ashley A wears pink and Ashley B wears blue, it's like Vancouver CAD has a weed problem. And Vancouver USA has a gun problem. Oh no, it was funny when Sebastian said it. Because I'm a lady. Vancouver is actually home to a lot of Asian immigrants. It's known as a melting pot for all cultures, right? Everyone loves to come together to do the one thing that they really, really, truly enjoy the most. Bullying Jeewan. Jeewan actually changed the way his name was spelt when he came to Toronto, so it would be easier for people to pronounce. He didn't really have that problem back in Vancouver. Like, people could pronounce his name proper, they just didn't want to. Vancouver loves to celebrate its diversity, though. They have a cherry blossom festival to enjoy the trees they were given by from Japan to the Japanese Canadians for their service in World War I. Vancouver decided to, repay that a few years later by burning down Little Japan and killing most of its citizens for World War II. Kept the trees, though. Yep, it's like reverse Wall-E, right? It's like if America killed most of its French population, but then once a year put a beret on the Statue of Liberty. Ooh, fancy. But what was I really expecting, right, from the town where you once needed a British passport to be able to live in a part of the city, Like, back then it was because of racism, right? But when Jeewan's classmates did the same method to keep him out of parties, it's because they were just following the theme. Vancouver's been named one of the most livable cities sorry. Try that one more time. Vancouver has been named one of the most livable cities, despite it not being affordable to live in. The reason is because it has decent access to healthcare, decent education, and the safety has just gone way up since Jeewan left. Vancouver was also one of the first Canadian cities to have a covered dome. Oh, now I know why they kicked you out, Jeewan. Oh my God. Was that a he refuses to use protection joke? Or an ugly joke? We'll never know. The only good thing to actually come out of Vancouver are TikToks and OnlyFans members on TikTok. But if you ask local Vancouverites, the best thing to ever get out of Vancouver was Jeewan. The year Vancouver was incorporated into Canada, there was actually a giant fire that burned down most of the city. Funnier than that, it was supposed to be a controlled fire just to clear the land. But if they really just wanted to clear the space, they would have let Jeewan perform his comedy. Okay, yeah. I'll leave you guys with one little last thing. A couple little cute little facts about Vancouver to leave you guys off with. Vancouver is known for being very, very rainy. It's an incredibly rainy town, high precipitation rates, all that water, and Jeewan still couldn't get a woman wet. Yeah. Vancouver is also known for the Rocky Mountains and its drug abuse problems. It's really cool because, and during the day you can just walk and see the rocks lit up by LED lights. And then at night you can roam the street and see a guy named LED lighting up his own rocks. It's truly incredible. Guys, thanks for having me. I've been Sarah. I'm in Toronto.
Give it up for Sarah Ashby. Now for the rebuttal. If you thought Toronto was your favorite, give it up. Make some noise. If you liked Vancouver, make some noise. Oh, shit. Away win. Give it up, guys. Jeewan, Gill, Sarah Ashby.